Three aspects that all speeches have that you must not ignore. Hello, everybody. This is Chris, and welcome to day 16 of my 90-day challenge, where I continue to talk about presentation skills and some speaking tips, which you and I need to be reminded of or to learn so that when we go there and speak or present, whether in the barangay or in a board meeting, whether at work or in the community, we'll be able to give that, we'll be able to achieve the purpose why we are speaking in the first place. And today we're going to answer the question, what are the three aspects that all speeches have which you must not ignore? Number one is content. All speeches must have a content. So check if your speech or presentation has a content. And when I say content, we're talking about the message. Is there a message? Like after you're done speaking, with all these things that you've said, what will they take away? What will they take home with them? What is your message? And that is why it's very important to start with your purpose. What is the purpose of your speech in the first place? Because that will bring you the message, and that message is going to hit that purpose that you want to achieve. So that's number one, content. If you don't have a content, you don't have a message. Yes, that's huge. That's big. Number two, my friend, is organization. You need to organize your speech or presentation. Does it flow? Is it going to be easy to follow for you as a speaker or presenter, and for the audience? Will they be able to follow you? So organization is very important. Some call this structure. In my book, I refer this as, yes, also organization and structure, but I use the term components just to have all these three start with C. But that's it. That's the second thing that you need to have. And if a speech is different from a normal conversation, because it has to follow a structure. You organize it in a way that you'll be able to, for example, you have an opening, and that opening aims to capture the audience's attention and also to introduce the topic, introduce your message. And sometimes, or most of the times, it has to include the part as well that will establish your credibility. Although most of the times, if you have an introduction, then that should have achieved that already. So opening, and then go into the body of your speech, and that's where you discuss the content. The major discussion of your content is in the body of your speech, and then close it with your conclusion. It can be a summary of the things you've discussed, or it can be a call to action. What would your audience do or respond? How will they respond to what you just delivered? And that could be your closing. It can be a summary or a call to action. So, and that is why it's very important to have organization, a structure. If you don't have a structure, you don't have a speech. Just like with number one, if you don't have a content, you don't have a speech. So first is content, second is organization, and a third is delivery. This is the third aspect that you must look at, and you cannot ignore delivery, because even if how beautiful your content is, if it is not delivered well, then the content may be wasted, or it might be lost somewhere. So when we're talking about delivery, we're talking about the verbal and nonverbal delivery. Verbal with your voice, and when it comes to voice, we are using where you can use your volume, the loudness or softness of your voice. You can talk about pitch, the highness or lowness of your voice. and somewhere in between. So the third is your rate, the speed of how you're speaking. Some like words per minute, how fast, how slow. And there are times when you need to go faster than the usual. There are times when you need to slow down, when you need to, like, say, emphasize something. So the volume, the pitch, the rate, and fourth, I would like to include in here the power of pause. And those are certain things that you need to consider with regards to verbal delivery. And now to nonverbal, you have your body language, your gestures, your facial expressions, or how you move on stage, how you stand, how you dress up. Those are all forming part of your nonverbal delivery. And if you're not able to deliver a speech well, then your speech is gone. So my friend, I repeat the three aspects of a speech, of all speeches, which you must not ignore. Content. Second, organization. And third is delivery. My friend, every time you prepare and present the speech, look at all these three and see how you have all of these aligned and put together so that you are hitting your purpose, so that you are hitting the objective of your speech or presentation. Again, this is Chris, and thank you for joining me today. Thank you, Sir Adamson Rustum. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you tomorrow.